about 10 to 3 on Wednesday morning. This probably should go on Wednesday's vlog. Went to bed just before midnight. Could not sleep because I felt so hot. I don't know why I felt so hot, but I did. Actually, part of that I think was because I left the electric blanket on when I got into bed. What I should do is switch the electric blanket off as soon as I get into bed, otherwise it does get too hot. Anyway, couldn't fall asleep, was listening to videos on YouTube, couldn't fall asleep. James is off, out for the count. So after lying there for about an hour, half an hour, I don't know how long, I decided to get up because obviously I wasn't going to be falling asleep. I've been awake now for at least an hour, possibly near an hour and a half. I've lost count. I've sorted out all of my knitting and I've knit another 3 or 4 rows, and I've found a website which has got old BBC radio plays. A YouTube channel which has got old BBC radio plays on it. So that's what I'm listening to. I'm halfway through a very strange story of a pair of women who go to a wake. I'm not sure which city it's in or which town it's in, but they go to a wake at the house that they used to live in, possibly, and they know the deceased. They're pretending to be the deceased's family, but they're not. So I'm going to have to stay awake for at least another 20 minutes to find out how it all resolves. Didn't think that one through. It's fair to say that Wednesday has not quite gone to plan. I think I woke up at about 9:30, needed to go to the loo, went back to bed, fell asleep, woke up at midday. Spent about half an hour playing games on my phone and then got up and had lunch. So I've just eaten my lunch. I'm going to be watching the Little Drops of Wonderful tutorial on how to make a drawstring bag whilst I let my lunch go down whilst doing some knitting, and then it's on to clearing up the kitchen. There you go. From there onwards is how much I've knitted today. From that purple one onwards is how much I knitted during the Little Drops of Wonderful tutorial. And I've now re-knitted all the stuff that I had to undo to sort out the mistake I made a couple of days ago. So yeah, back on track. Very happy.
If you think I'm so crazy, then why are you marrying me? He mentioned it again. He thinks you're crazy. He doesn't love you. He won't marry you now. He's just like all the others. And now, you're gonna lose that too.
I was just thinking of you.
It's Wednesday's Channel 5 movie. A pastry chef named Helena, which is surprisingly specific, takes severe revenge on men who do not meet her high expectations. By poisoning them, her sister becomes suspicious that her sister is a culinary killer and decides never to eat anything she's made again. Reports her to the Food Standards Agency. Moves out of town and disowns her. Oh, House of Deadly Secrets. I'm guessing that's the house. What's this one all about? A woman and her daughter move into a new house, hoping to make a new start, but soon she realises the house has a dark history. Doesn't look very dark to me. I mean, it's daylight. You can't get less dark than daylight. For 2 days in a row, I wanted a day where I was just wearing pyjamas for the whole day. Didn't manage it yesterday, haven't managed it today. Although today I've got dressed to bake some banana bread. Now, because I'm baking it for me, James doesn't like bananas, I'm going to put some sultanas in it and possibly some cinnamon, which aren't in the recipe. The recipe I'm using, which I have conveniently here, is the Mary Berry recipe, which I found on the internet, because what she has in her recipe is things I have in my cupboard. So I'm just going to go wash my hands and then we can go. So that's in the oven. I pretty much followed the recipe. The slight alterations I made, firstly, the recipe said 2 bananas, I put in 3. The recipe said put everything together in the bowl and mix it all together, but because I don't have a food processor, that's why I creamed together the sugar and the butter first, then added in the eggs and the flour, as if that's the same way I do it if I was making a sponge cake mixture. And then mashing the bananas separately before putting them in, just to make it a bit easier on my hands in mixing it all together as one. The recipe that I was following didn't have sultanas in it and didn't have cinnamon in it. That's just personal additions. But finally, most importantly, what's the point of baking if you can't lick the spoon afterwards? The cake has just come out of the oven. This is what it looks like. The smell in the kitchen is amazing. I'm not sure James would necessarily agree because it's a very banana-y smell, but oh my word, am I looking forward to eating that when it's cooled.